Hi guys, so in this quick video what I want to talk about is getting through the tough times, and we all know that it's been a real struggle for people recently with everything that's happening. No matter what country you're living in, you're going to have felt the impact of what's going on, and people have felt this in different ways. It might be that you've had to close your business, it might be that you're struggling with childcare because your children's school is closed, it may be that you are struggling financially to pay your bills. It could be that this whole thing is putting a strain on your relationship. There's lots of negative impact and fallout from this, and all I want to do is give you some quick tips which I feel will be of benefit to you. The first thing is, a lot of people at the moment have decided that they don't want to focus on the future because they don't know what the future looks like, so therefore they're just going to focus on day to day. Now, that's not a bad way of thinking. It's always good to be in the present moment and to focus on the day to day. However, if you have nothing to look forward to, and if you say you're going to give up on your goals and your dreams for the future and you're just going to focus on the here and now, the issue there is that you will fall into a sense of maybe not have as much hope for the future. You may not then continue to achieve those goals. So an example could be, if you really want to go on holiday but you know that right now you can't, there's nothing wrong with you continuing to have a day-to-day living and just get on with what you're doing, but also at the same time say that I'm looking forward to going on holiday at some point in the future, so you don't give up on that, because that's the situation I'm in. I've been wanting to book a holiday for a while. I can't fly at the moment because there's restrictions, but I'm still focused on when I'm going to go on holiday. I'm still considering that as a major thing to look forward to. It just keeps you going, it keeps that energy. The second thing is to focus on what is still in your control. I can't say this more loudly. There are lots of things that are out of our control, and the mistake some of us sometimes make is to focus on the things we can't do anything about, to continuously ruminate on those things, to continuously talk about those things, to have conversations with people about that, to watch the news, which is telling us what we can't do, which is telling us the bad news, it's telling us the negative. How about focusing on some of the things you're grateful for, some of the things that are still in your control and the things you can do? It just gives you a different energy, and it's also more empowering. If you know there's something you can't change, and maybe it will change later, but right now you can't change it, what's the point in thinking about it? It's only going to make you feel worse. So change your thinking and just focus on what's in your control for right now. That's all you can do. The third thing is to discover your purpose. Use this time to do a self-audit. Think about the things you've always wanted to do. Think about if there's things you need to get more training in, you need to develop skills in a certain area. Think about if this has been a positive blessing because it's given you an opportunity to write that book you've always wanted to write. It's given you an opportunity to do some things that you have been putting off. So don't view it as a negative, view it as a positive, that you can discover your purpose. And linked with that is to reassess your money situation, your employment situation, and just reassess everything really. Have you been spending money on things that you don't need anymore? Are there things that you can get rid of or sell? Do you need to build up your savings? Do you need to budget for the next 3-4 months because you might be self-employed and you might not know when your next invoice is coming? Sit down and do an assessment of all those things. Focus on the fact that things can't stay like this forever. However we're feeling right now, and whatever's happening right now isn't going to last forever. And even by acknowledging that, sometimes it can make people feel better. Anytime you're in a situation which is causing you pain, or it just feels so overwhelming, the thought that it's going to end eventually is sometimes what brings relief to someone. So we know that this pandemic isn't going to last forever, but at the moment it feels that way because things are just going from bad to worse and then worse, but we need to still have hope. And the fifth thing, I think, is to develop new habits. One thing that this has taught me, this situation, is that I'm quite a disciplined and routine person. Those disciplines and routines have got me through this whole situation because I still continue to get up at the same time. I still continue to listen to motivational stuff, do my affirmations, do some yoga, go for walks, eat certain foods, operate in a certain manner. I still don't watch the TV during the day because I'm working. There's a set time or a set amount of TV that I watch, and I'll limit myself to. There's lots of routines and habits that I've had before the pandemic, and I've continued to maintain them, and those routines are what keeps you going. So think about the habits you can get rid of, think about the new habits you can introduce, and the final thing is to speak out about how you're feeling, whether it means you need to seek help from your doctor, whether it means you need to seek help from a counsellor, whether it's finding a trusted friend or someone that you rely on. This is not the time to hold back. This is not the time to put on a brave face and pretend that you're okay. This pandemic has affected a lot of people, but a lot of people maybe not feel that they want to share how they're really feeling, so they might be putting on a front when they're on social media. They might be putting on a front to their family and friends. You don't have to do that, because there's a lot more people feeling the same way you are. So sometimes it's helpful when people hear another person on social media say, do you know what, I'm falling apart here. Do you know what, I'm struggling with this. I said it the other day, I said I'm a motivated person, but there's days where I'm feeling not motivated. There's days where I'm feeling empathy for other people and what they're going through with this whole thing. So we're allowed to say that. You don't have to be a robot. You don't have to be strong all the time. So I hope you found this video useful. As I said, this thing is going to end, but for the moment we just have to stay strong. We have to develop those habits, and the main thing is focus on what is in your control. Don't focus on what's beyond your control. I hope you found this video useful. Please feel free to like, to leave your comments, and specifically share this with people if you feel they'll benefit. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Take care. Bye.